Hey everybody, it's Everett back with you from Hood Time Welding. As you can see, I have a bunch of pieces laid out here, or sitting out here. What it is I'm doing a giveaway for my Facebook people. What it is I'd been doing giveaways as I hit as I hit certain milestones. This milestone is I've hit 1,000 followers on Facebook. Mrs. Hood Time Adrian had a suggestion of doing a rocket stove, so that's what I'm doing. I had already started cutting everything out, cutting and notching what I needed to do. It's pretty easy to look at, you know. Um, This is 20 inches, 16 inches, 14 inches. And then you see I have some holes in this, which we'll go over later. But I got all the notches. This is all cut out, so everything's ready to be put together. First thing we're going to have to do is the expanded metal. I know I've got two small pieces, but what I figured is for this, it's not, crazy important that they be, that it be one piece. So instead of throwing out these small pieces, I just figured I'd use them. So we'll get this tacked in there and put this in first before we actually fit it all together, because otherwise I won't be able to reach in there to get this. So we'll go ahead and start out with the expanded metal here, and we'll fit it all together. We've got a cap for the end, and I actually made it so that this sits back far enough that with the cap, this will be flush all the way down. Yeah, I've got a couple little things that I'm doing a little bit different from other people that I've seen build the rocket stoves. A couple little neat twists I think people will like. I'm not sure. So, anyways, yeah, this is my giveaway for 1,000 followers. Um, I'm thinking maybe on my YouTube, if I get up there, I'll do the same thing. But for right now, this one's for Facebook. And so let's go ahead and get working on it. Like I said, sorry I didn't include you with cutting, but cutting's boring. So anyways, as I said, let's get to it. you guys see I've been jumping around a little bit. I got this all fit and welded, and while it was cooling, I went ahead and made the top for it. I know a lot of tops, all they do is just have enough room for a pot. Mine, I was thinking this is big enough for a pot to go on, but also if you want to throw a couple burgers, you want to throw some hot dogs on, it'd be nice to just do that. So that's why I made it like this, and it's a little bit bigger than some. So next step we got to do is, this is finally where we're getting into what these holes are for, and what it's for is these, I don't remember what these are called. They're the threaded pieces with the handle thing that you put them in the hole, and then you crimp it, and it makes threads in the hole. I can't think of the name of it right now, but anyways, so the whole point of those is, what we're going to do is once we're done with this, you're going to be able to break it down. So you guys saw me making the handle. The handle will go on the back here. We're going to have this on this side where you can throw some bolts in to hold this, and then the base I'm going to make for it, same with the other side. So if you want to take it somewhere, all you got to do is just thread some bolts through, and you can take it with you. We'll have to figure out the best way for it to fit in there, but anyways, it just makes it a lot more portable. And like I said, these will be nice. This will be nice because you can do hot dogs and hamburgers on it, because you've got the whole grate. It's not just those two prongs like I've seen a lot of them do. And then, like I said, the base is going to be detachable, so you can bolt that to the other side. So that's where we're at right now. So we got to put those in. The other thing we got to do is we're going to make a damper for right here. I actually used some of the steel pieces I cut out from here, and I just made it the size, and we're going to have to put it in there. So we've got one side that's just going to be going straight in, and then on the other side's a little T-handle, but the nice thing about the T-handle is I actually have a spring on it. So it's going to hold it. You know, you actually got to open and close this by hand. It's not going to wiggle around. So that's the next part we're going to be working on, is getting the little flapper door in here. I've thought about putting a door up here so you can dampen it off some more. I don't know what I have, so we're going to have to see on that. But for right now, like I said, we're going to work on this door. We're going to cut our notches on that so it can sit on here. And then we're going to start making our base. The base is just going to be 1/8" sheet metal. And then I've got some flat or round stock that I'm going to put up right on the sides like that, right here and right here. And you'll be able to slide that sheet metal right into this. And then when you want to take it apart, you just slide it apart, fold it on both sides, you're ready to go. So that's sort of where we're at. So we're going to go ahead and continue. So let's get going. there she is. I forgot to tape putting on the handle, but that's not any big deal. Just put it in the center and made sure it was square. But you can see she sits. She's a little wobbly, but that's just because I have no excuse. It's a little bit wobbly. We got this door. Didn't end up putting it on. Here's the grate I made. I don't know if you saw. I put the notches in using just a hard grinding wheel, and it sits up there pretty nice. But yeah, once everything comes off, you can see I've got the holes pre-drilled in these. I've got the handles made, so that'll bolt to one side. This will bolt to the other side here. Here, I'm going to stop you for just a second and do that real quick just so you can see what it looks like. So there you see, all the holes line up. Bottom pieces are there. This is there. Grab the handle, which is still hot. Let me grab my glove. You see, I can carry it away. It's a little heavy, but like I said, it just makes it nice and portable and that. But yeah. Let me get you switched around there. Yeah, so I really like it. I think it looks pretty cool, especially being able to fold it up like that and carry it wherever you want. And you want to take it apart, take it to the tailgate, and just throw it in the back of the truck. You can set it down. The other ones I've always seen, those bottom cross pieces are always attached, so you can't take it away. So that's why I wanted to make this one just a little bit different, so you could just take it and go, other than it being a little bit heavy. I think it's probably like 40 pounds, 50 pounds, just because I use 3/16 tubing. But anyways, as usual, if you like my content, big thumbs up. Any questions, comments, concerns, just thoughts, anything like that, I like to hear from you. And we'll catch you on the next one. Bye.